Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Royals, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. He stopped short of the 20 at the 9th. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, 2 teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Green. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop.
Offense needs a
first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he... First down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
To the air, it's Green. Extending the play. On the move at the 30. They finally make the stop, it. He shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He'll put the tight end in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Buying some time. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. The quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in his decision-making in this game.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give is to Miller. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Alabama pushing the tempo. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
Quick handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Milroe. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back goes in motion. On second down, he's looking downfield. They get him down after he makes the catch.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Dropping back, it's Green. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
Alabama 7, Arkansas 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the play fake. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he intercepts it. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now on second down. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. They're setting up the screen. Sweet cut there. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting him drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Powers through. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown time. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Sategna. Stopped after making the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Line getting set on second down. Back to throw. It's Green. Now he's going to break the pocket. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Russell. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Oh, he missed it. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. just enough time for one final play in this half. He's going to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 20, Arkansas 0.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting. Oh, the ball squirts out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
They'll run the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. That's the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. And the defense doing work. What a play by... There, loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around, I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 20, Arkansas 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Milroe. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Oh, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this really puts it out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation. But now, with this turnover, this one's all but over.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him, too.
Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back. They
just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 1 more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop-pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide. taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been... to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of the guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism in his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Running back searching for a hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They move the tight end all over. Back to throw, it's Green. Fires to the right. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to get to it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with them.
That's the end of the first quarter. Arkansas 3, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Snap it to the back. Powers through the defender. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anymore.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
From the gun, the ground game. Plows through the defense. Jumped on top of the pile.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Still running at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Direct snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll go hurry up here. They'll go with a direct snap. He breaks a tackle. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Green. Complete downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, song. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Okay, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Going for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be
He's taking the shot. Catch inside the 25. Flying down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Tide.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Anthony. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you...
Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. Touchdown Razorbacks. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth.
Time to take a shot. Pulls it in on the left. Off he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On the move. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 21, Arkansas.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to run it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Snap it to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. Alabama pushing the tempo. Direct snap. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll go with a direct snap. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Snap it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense.
Nothing but green ahead. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Off play action on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
On the option. Now the toss. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 28, Arkansas 25.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. They can get a little momentum.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning. A one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Looking for room. It's Haynes. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
And talk about stepping up at a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
They'll go with a direct snap. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Snap it to the back. Alabama will get the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense lining up quickly. To the air, it's Milroe. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking for his man in the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Smashes ahead. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. On the run, it's Haynes. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Direct snap. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. In the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
32.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Going up top on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Here's a throw downfield late. Into double coverage, and